There's one key difference separating lucky people from everyone else, and it's honestly simpler than you think it is. And I know this because I transformed from feeling cursed, honestly, like I was insufferable because I was so miserable about how cursed I was, to believing everything always works out for me, because I truly do feel that way now. I feel like I'm one of the luckiest people alive. And I did it just by changing my thoughts. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to rewire your thinking so life starts working for you and not against you. But first, we need to talk about what luck really is. If you're new here, hi, my name is Charlotte, and I make videos for people who feel stuck, they feel like they're in transition in life, or they just want to get out of their own way and stop blocking all of the amazing things that are meant for them. If that sounds like you, please consider subscribing to this channel, following me on TikTok and Instagram, and checking out my newsletter where I post even more in-depth thoughts, and sometimes I go and do a deep dive into comments that are left on this channel. There are also notes for this video. You can find those in the description. Thank you so much for being here, and let's get back to the video. What is luck really? We think of luck as this random mysterious force, but it's honestly not. Luck is actually a pattern of focus. It's a habit of what you notice and believe is possible for you. Leading psychology researcher Richard Wiseman discovered something fascinating. Lucky people don't just sit around waiting for good things to happen to them. They actually expect good things to happen to them. And because they expect those things, their brain naturally spots more opportunities and acts on them. But what most people don't even realize is that they're walking around with a built-in negativity bias. They say things like, ugh, it's raining again, and I forgot my umbrella because of course I did. This always happens to me. But they completely overlook all the times things actually went their way, like the day they did remember their umbrella, or that lucky moment someone offered them a ride before a thunderstorm hit, or the countless mornings it didn't rain when the forecast said it would. See, negativity is very loud, and it takes a lot of practice and discipline to not pay attention to it, because the more you focus on the negative, the more it runs your life. So if negativity is that loud, the question becomes, how exactly do you turn down the volume long enough to change what your brain notices? So how do you build a bias that works in your favor instead of against you? You have to tattoo this belief onto your eyelids, okay? Ready for it? Good things happen to me when I'm open to good things happening to me. Seriously, write that in the comments, write it on your hand, write it in your journal, lock it into your brain. Good things happen to me when I believe good things will happen to me. Now, before you roll your eyes, this is not toxic positivity. I'm starting to believe that people who say that don't understand what it means to not be miserable. This is about reclaiming your focus, because wherever your attention goes, your experience is going to follow. So if you're constantly focusing on all of the bad stuff, then you're going to feel bad. So here's exactly how lucky people build this powerful bias in their favor. First, they maximize their chances for opportunities. Lucky people say yes more often. They try new things. They meet new people. They step outside of their comfort zone. And by doing this, they increase their surface area of their lives for luck to land on them. They're not just hoping for luck, they're actively creating it. They're creating the situations and the circumstances where good things can happen to them. So here's what I want you to do. Say yes to invitations. Introduce yourself to someone new. Try a new hobby or an activity that's outside of your usual interests. You don't have to commit to it forever. Just go once. Go try something once. Expand your world, and luck will naturally find you. Number 2, lucky people stay calm and open. Lucky people are more relaxed and present, which makes them better at noticing unexpected opportunities. Anxiety quite literally narrows your focus. Like, you get tunnel vision when you are experiencing anxiety and you are narrowing in on the problem or what you perceive to be the problem. Calmness, on the other hand, expands your awareness. Here's a quick trick I personally use whenever I'm feeling stressed or anxious. I will intentionally widen my field of vision. If I'm staring at my phone, I pause and I look up and around the room. If I'm glued to my computer, I lean back and I notice the whole space around me. It sounds super simple, but it immediately shifts your brain from that anxious tunnel vision to open awareness. It sort of triggers something in your mind. And the more present and open you are, the more possibilities you'll naturally notice good things happening around you and to you. Number 3, lucky people trust their intuition. Overthinking kills action. Lucky people trust their gut and move forward even if their choices are not perfect. Look, my audience are my children, and sometimes I feel like you guys are split down the middle. We have some witches on one side, we have the manifestors, we have the Reiki folks, and then we have the people who don't like that stuff, okay? The secular folks. You don't have to think of intuition as magic in order to benefit from it. You can think of it in a different way. In fact, you can think of all of the stuff in either vein of things and it will still serve you perfectly well. Intuition is often the result of subconscious pattern recognition from past experiences. So when you intentionally create a bias towards success, your subconscious pattern recognition naturally aligns with opportunities that match your positive expectations. And that's what happens with lucky people. 4, lucky people expect good things. This isn't wishful thinking. It's a deliberate decision to believe something good is always possible. Positive expectations lead to greater persistence. It leads to openness. It leads to proactivity and behaviors that generate more opportunities for the lucky person. It's your classic self-fulfilling prophecy. If you think about it, just like you learned helplessness, you can also learn optimism. When people repeatedly experience setbacks, they often start believing that they're powerless. Even when new opportunities appear right in front of them, they don't even see them as opportunities. They see them as potential disaster or like they're just doomed to fail. But lucky people do the opposite. They train themselves to believe things always have a way of working out for me. They have trained themselves towards optimism instead of towards helplessness and powerlessness. Again, say it with me. Good things happen to me when I'm open to good things happening to me. Yay. And finally, this one's my favorite. Lucky people reframe bad luck. So when something challenging happens, lucky people don't throw their hands up and say, oh, great, I'm cursed. Oh, this is always happens to me. This is terrible. Instead, they ask empowering questions like, how could this serve me? Or what might this be teaching me? And that simple shift, it keeps them emotionally open and ready for future opportunities instead of shutting down and thinking that the worst is yet to come. There's no way to live. Please, that's no way to live. I actually started doing this myself, especially around money. Oh, it's done wonders for me. Every time I have an unexpected expense, I tell myself, this just means more money is coming my way. And guess what? It usually does. I'll suddenly like get a refund for something, or like I will like I spent $10,000 on something and then I got a $20,000 raise at work. I don't is it magical thinking or is it manifestation? Only you can decide for yourself. It's working for me. And honey, I love it. Now let's be honest. This is exactly where objections start flying in, right? So let's tackle those objections head on, shall we? So objection number 1, you're telling me I'm lucky? I've had nothing but bad things happen to me. What are you talking about? Okay, listen. I'm not denying the hardships that you've faced. No one's doing that. Those experiences are real and they're valid and they were painful. But you also might be shooting yourself in the foot here because when you hyper focus only on the negative, you guarantee that you'll stay stuck exactly where you are. You can acknowledge your pain honestly and still choose to believe something good is possible moving forward. Objection number 2. This is toxic positivity. You're ignoring reality. Nope. I'm not asking you to ignore reality. You misunderstood me. I'm asking you to expand your view of it. Reality isn't just the bad stuff. It's also every small good thing that happens each day. But you have to be open enough to notice them. Think of it like adjusting the lens of your camera. You're not deleting reality. You're zooming out to see a bigger picture. Right now, you're zoomed in on all of the worst crap that happens to you. I need you to zoom out. That's not toxic positivity. Toxic positivity is when you tell someone to just get over it. Oh, my dog died, my dad died, I lost my job. And people say, just get over it. That's not what I'm saying here. I'm telling you, you may have lost your dog, but also you were able to have a memorial for this dog and someone gave you a free coffee and you're grateful for the coffee. All right? Like on the way to the memorial. Like it's just something, just recognizing that not everything is bad. Not everything goes wrong. Sometimes good things happen, even if they're small. Objection number 3. It's easier for you to say you don't know what I'm dealing with. You don't know all the stuff I'm struggling with. You're absolutely right. I don't know your struggles, and I'm not diminishing them. But here's a tough question worth asking yourself. Has focusing on how unfair life is actually made things better for you? What if just for 1 week. You experimented with noticing every tiny thing that goes right, no matter how small, and just see how that feels. Some examples might be that you made the train right on time one day instead of having to wait for the next one. That's really lucky. You just saved so much time. You got to work on time. Your boss was grateful for it. Or maybe you were really craving a donut and then Kathy at work brought in donuts for everyone. Wow, you're so lucky. Tiny things add up, especially when you need to balance out your negativity bias. If all you're doing is focusing on what's going wrong, you're going to be miserable. I promise that. Objection number 4. So I'm just supposed to think positive and everything magically changes? No, I wouldn't call this about magical thinking, and I don't think anything I've described is magical thinking. It's about what you're primed to notice and act on. So when you genuinely expect good things, your brain becomes tuned to spot opportunities you might otherwise miss. You naturally move through the world differently. You're more open, you're more proactive. And that's when things actually start to shift. And what I'm talking about now is getting closer and closer to manifestation. I'm trying to make this for a more general audience, for people who do not believe in the woo. But I promise you, every single thing in manifestation can pretty much be related to some sort of psychological principle. When you lose the woo, you lose a little bit of the magic to it, but it doesn't really matter. Everyone can benefit from these principles. Objection number 5. Bad things happen no matter what I believe. You're right. Bad or less optimal things will happen. But here's the difference I want you to take away here. Will you let those bad things define your entire life experience? Or will you choose to believe that even in hard times, something good can still find you? Because that belief alone will change how you show up. And that is what we want here. Listen, you are not unlucky. You've just gotten really good at noticing what's wrong, and that habit is quietly robbing you of the life you actually want. But habits can change. Now that you know luck isn't random, it's the visible result of underlying patterns, you've got the power to shift those patterns and create something better. And if you're ready to take this deeper, I want you to check out this next video where I share exactly how I rewired my brain to finally stop hating myself and start living a life I actually love because I'm no longer at war with myself. Thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to see what you accomplish once you get out of your own way. Girl, come on.